Marcus Aurelius morning practice. 3 questions to ask yourself each morning. What if today was your last sunrise? What if everything you held dear could vanish tomorrow? And what if every breath you took was a silent invitation to live with? Purpose? These aren't just poetic musings. They're the very heartbeat of Stoic philosophy. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great minds of antiquity, urged us to begin our day not in haste or habit, but in awe. Each sunrise is not just another chance. It's a summons, a call to embrace the role we were born to play. But how can we, in a modern world filled with distractions, truly begin each day like a Stoic? That's what this video is all about. Let's open with a timeless lesson from the emperor himself. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work as a human being.'" He asked us, what do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for? Were we made simply to huddle beneath warm blankets, hiding from life's challenges? Or were we summoned into existence to rise, to serve, to live purposefully? This, Marcus insisted, was our sacred duty. Not to be warm, but to be awake. So, how do we craft a morning routine that honors this ancient call to awareness? How do we begin each day as if it were a gift, a fleeting miracle? Let's explore a few powerful Stoic practices to help us greet the morning not with dread, but with clarity, peace, and purpose. First, meditate on the impermanence of all things. This is a cornerstone of Stoic thought, the deep recognition that everything is fleeting, that what we love, what we fear, what we strive for, all of it is temporary. Before the chaos of the world creeps in, carve out a few sacred minutes to contemplate this truth. Sit in stillness. Let your posture be relaxed yet alert, a physical embodiment of Stoic balance between serenity and strength. Close your eyes and imagine the universe unfolding, stars igniting and fading into silence, galaxies swirling through the dark fabric of time. Picture Earth, our home, as a single speck in the vast cosmic sea. Then, narrow your view. See the lives of empires, families, friendships, and individuals flicker like candlelight against eternity. Does this make you feel small? Perhaps. But Stoicism teaches that this isn't a reason to despair. It's a reason to be grateful, to understand that life is not owed to us, and that what we do with our time, how we spend our days, is the truest reflection of our values. This morning practice reminds you that life is fragile and therefore beautiful. It gives you the power to set aside petty concerns and focus only on what truly matters. You'll waste less time and appreciate more deeply. As Seneca once said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Let these words guide your mornings. Let them sharpen your awareness and soften your heart. Second, write down your thoughts. To the Stoics, journaling wasn't just a hobby. It was a sacred practice of self-examination. Writing helps us untangle the chaos of our minds, confront our emotions, and sharpen our intentions. Each morning, find a quiet place. Open your notebook or launch your favorite app and let your thoughts flow without judgment. This is your space, a sanctuary for truth. Begin by clearing your mind. Sweep away any lingering doubts, fears, or mental clutter. Like cleaning fallen leaves from a path, you make space for clarity to emerge. Then write whatever rises, dreams that lingered through, sleep, emotions carried over from yesterday, hopes or goals for the day ahead. Focus especially on gratitude. In our endless quest for more, we often overlook what already is. Yet the Stoic way reminds us, everything we need to be content already exists within us. Reflect on the people, abilities, and moments you're grateful for. Doing this doesn't just brighten your mood. It aligns your values and builds resilience. And remember, The pen is your tool, not for performance, but for purpose. The act of writing reveals to you what you truly believe and who you truly are. By engaging in these first two practices, meditating on impermanence and journaling your thoughts, you're not just preparing for the day, you're transforming how you live it. Coming up next, what happens when philosophy meets action? How do we take these quiet morning moments and use them to shape how we respond to life's challenges? In the next section, we'll explore how the Stoic schools wrestled with doubt, skepticism, and ultimately gave rise to one of the noblest and most practical systems of thought the world has ever known: Stoicism. Previously, we explored how beginning each day with cosmic perspective and journaling can ground us in Stoic wisdom. Now let us continue that practice by deepening our journaling ritual and understanding the subtle power of intentions. This next section invites us to reflect, to clarify, and to set a course for how we wish to live each day, not driven by outcome, but anchored in virtue. Begin your journaling each morning by writing down 3 things that you are genuinely grateful for. It doesn't have to be something grand or dramatic. Perhaps it's the soft warmth of your blanket, the sound of birds greeting the dawn, the gentle smile of a partner, or simply the gift of waking up to a new day. Gratitude, when made a daily practice, becomes a foundation for joy. It shifts your mind away from what is lacking and centers it on what already is. Over time, this habit changes the lens through which you see your life. But don't stop there. Go a little deeper. Reflect on your own character, your actions, your choices. Consider a single Stoic principle or a personal challenge that's been occupying your heart. Ask yourself, am I truly living according to my values? Where did I allow impulse to override reason yesterday? Was I ruled by fear, anger, or pride? And more importantly, how can I improve today? This exercise isn't about judging yourself harshly. It's about gaining clarity. Like standing before a mirror, you look not to criticize, but to understand and to grow. And finally, before closing your journal, write a daily intention. Let it be simple, heartfelt, and rooted in Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. Your intention will serve as your compass for the day, a reminder of who you strive to be even when the winds of life change direction. This intention can be a quiet affirmation, a promise whispered to yourself. It might be something like, "Today, I will meet frustration with patience," or "I will speak truth even when it's difficult." Your journal is not just a collection of pages. It is a trusted companion, a mentor, a sacred place to meet your own soul. Even the great Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius used this practice. His Meditations, one of the most powerful texts of Stoic philosophy, was never meant for publication. It began as his personal journal, a place where he made sense of his duties, reminded himself of virtue, and found peace amidst the chaos of ruling an empire. If he, an emperor, found clarity in journaling, can't we? Let's now take another step. Number 3, write daily intentions, not goals. Both goals and intentions influence how we move through life, but they do so in very different ways. Goals aim at the future. They focus on achievements, measurable outcomes, and the hope of success. They can be powerful motivators, but they also rely heavily on circumstances we cannot always control. Intentions, on the other hand, live in the present. They are not tied to results, but to the way we show up. They ask, not, "What will I get today?" but "Who will I be today?" That's a question we can answer, no matter the weather of our day. This is why the Stoics emphasize the importance of distinguishing between what lies within our power and what does not. We may not always control outcomes, but we always control effort. We may not influence how others act, but we can choose how we respond. So once you've cleared your mind and anchored your heart through journaling, take a moment to form an intention. Instead of listing tasks to be completed, ask yourself, do I want to be more patient today? Or can I bring compassion into my interactions even when others are short-tempered? Or perhaps, will I be courageous enough to speak my truth even if it feels uncomfortable? Intentions are not checkpoints, they are guiding stars. You might write, today I will practice stillness in moments of stress, or I will be a source of calm for those around me. These intentions become your inner compass, especially when the world outside feels chaotic. Number 4. Seneca once said, "It is not what you endure, but how you endure it." With that wisdom in mind, intentions invite you to measure success not by your accolades or outcomes, but by your character, by how gracefully you carry yourself through whatever the day brings. Another powerful way to start your day, one that may surprise you, is to welcome a small dose of discomfort. Yes, discomfort. In today's world, comfort is often seen as the ultimate goal, but to the Stoics, comfort is a double-edged sword. Too much of it dulls our edge. It makes us soft, and it robs us of growth. The Stoics knew that it's only by stepping outside our comfort zones that we expand who we are. So what might that look like in your morning routine? Perhaps it means ending your shower with 30 seconds of cold water. Maybe it's choosing not to check your phone the moment you wake up, or deciding to walk instead of drive, to fast for a morning, to face a hard conversation you've been avoiding. These are small challenges, but they train the soul for bigger ones. In embracing discomfort, you declare to yourself, I am not ruled by comfort, I am ruled by principle. I am ruled by purpose. And that is a declaration worth making every morning. Now that we've explored the art of journaling and setting intentions, let's move forward and look more deeply into another powerful Stoic morning ritual, one that transforms even the smallest daily act into a path to self-mastery. Previously, we explored how to start the day with clarity and purpose through journaling and setting powerful intentions grounded in Stoic virtues. Now we take the next step, training the mind and spirit through intentional discomfort and mindfulness. The Stoics believed true strength is not forged in ease, but in adversity. They embraced discomfort not as suffering, but as preparation, a form of spiritual resistance training. Imagine starting your day not with indulgence, but with a gentle challenge to the self. This is not punishment, it's empowerment. A Stoic philosopher once proposed living, even temporarily, with only the simplest food and the roughest clothes. Why? To break free from dependence on luxury. By stripping away comforts, we reconnect with the truth. That happiness does not come from the outside, but from the fortress within. You might try starting the day with a cold shower. The initial jolt may sting, but it sharpens the senses, ignites the will, and washes away lethargy. Or skip that habitual morning coffee, not to suffer, but to prove to yourself that your energy, your fire, comes from within, not from caffeine. Or perhaps sit quietly and reflect on a past challenge. Relive it not to dwell, but to honor the courage you summoned, to feel the growth it brought. Each time you remember the strength you've shown, you deepen your confidence in the strength you still hold. If possible, walk or bike to work. Feel the wind, hear the world waking up, and let each step remind you that your body is not just capable, it is a vessel of perseverance. These practices are not about deprivation, they're about liberation. When you intentionally choose small discomforts, you begin to train the spirit like a disciplined athlete trains the body. You become adaptable, resilient, prepared for life's storms, however sudden they may arrive. More than that, you begin to appreciate what you do have. The warm bed, the cup of tea, the soft clothes. These small comforts regain their magic when they are no longer taken for granted. In doing so, you free yourself, free from dependence, free from fear, free to thrive. Next, we turn to the heart of both Stoicism and mindfulness, presence. Number 5, not simply being in the moment, but mastering it. Begin with a few minutes each morning for mindfulness or meditation. You don't need incense, chants, or rituals. Just find a quiet place. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and breathe. Let the breath be your anchor. Each inhale and exhale a gentle reminder that you are here. Let thoughts come and go like clouds across the sky. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer. The calm center. This simple act of being still cultivates detachment. Stoicism teaches us to separate external events from our judgments. Meditation is where that skill begins. To deepen this practice, reflect on a Stoic concept in your final minutes. For example, amor fati, the love of fate. This principle isn't passive acceptance, it's bold embrace. It's saying, whatever happens today, joy or sorrow, success or failure, I welcome it all because it is mine and I will make the most of it. Can you imagine starting your day not with resistance, but with reverence for whatever life is about to unfold? That is amor fati, and with that mindset you walk into the day, not afraid, not reactive, but ready. Next, we will explore how to live with intention throughout the day, not just in quiet moments, but in action. Amor fati, the love of fate, is not just a poetic phrase or philosophical ideal. It is a bold act of profound acceptance and deep gratitude. As you open your eyes to a new day, before reaching for your phone or leaping into your to-do list, pause. In that quiet space, between sleep and movement, there is an invitation to love what is just as it is. This is not escapism. It is not blind optimism. It is a powerful way of anchoring yourself in the present moment, exactly where life unfolds. Amor fati teaches us that every twist of fate, no matter how unexpected or undesired, can become a part of our path. Not a burden, but a teacher. What would life feel like if every moment, even the painful ones, were seen as part of a greater symphony? Imagine starting your day with the belief that everything has meaning, that nothing is wasted, that you are not a victim of circumstances, but a co-creator in your response to them. When you welcome each moment with open arms, you begin to experience a different kind of peace, one that doesn't rely on perfect conditions or external validation. It's the peace that Marcus Aurelius wrote about in his Meditations, a peace rooted not in pleasure, but in presence, not in ease, but in understanding. By embracing amor fati, you rise each morning with a radiant love for life. Your day no longer begins with anxiety or pressure, but with authenticity, purpose, and virtue. You are not here to control the tides of fate, but to meet them with courage and clarity. And so, we close our journey into Stoic morning rituals. With this final reflection, every sunrise is more than light breaking the darkness. It is a sacred invitation, a reminder that life, no matter how unpredictable, is always worth showing up for, with gratitude, bravery, and affection. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. Your presence matters, and I'm grateful for it. May these teachings continue to guide your mornings, strengthen your days, and transform the way you live. The Stoics left us a roadmap, and every dawn is a chance to follow it. See you in the next video.